My name's Daniel. I used to think love could survive anything. Long hours, missed dinners, the words left unsaid. I was wrong. Sometimes love doesn't end with shouting or slammed doors. Sometimes it just bleeds out slowly, one small betrayal at a time. Emily and I had been married for 8 years. We weren't perfect, but we had a rhythm. Saturday morning coffee, Sunday walks, the quiet comfort of knowing someone was there. She was an architect, sharp and ambitious. I was a software consultant, traveling often. We built our life on trust, or at least I thought we did. It started small. Her phone lying face down more often. Late nights at the office became the norm. She'd say things like, "We're just finishing a big project," or, "You wouldn't understand, Dan. It's complicated." I wanted to believe her. You always want to believe the person you share a bed with. The first Real crack appeared when she mentioned her boss, Adrian. She spoke of him with a mix of respect and awe, a man who got things done and made everyone else feel small if they didn't shine. At first, I brushed it off. Everyone admires someone at work. But admiration slowly morphed into constant comparison. Adrian says presentation is everything. Adrian handles pressure so well. Adrian's wife runs charity. Can you imagine? I began to hate the sound of his name. One evening, I came home early from a client meeting. Her car was in the driveway, lights still on. Through the window, I saw her at the kitchen counter, laughing on the phone. She looked radiant, alive in a way I hadn't seen in months. When she saw me, the laughter stopped. The call ended abruptly. "Who was that?" I asked, curious, not accusatory. "Work," she said too quickly. Adrian just wanted to go over tomorrow's meeting. The air between us shifted after that. Heavy, fragile, like one wrong breath could spill the truth. A week later, she mentioned a company dinner. "Just the executives," she said, "at the Marriott downtown. I won't be late." I wanted to believe her. I really did. That night, I waited. Midnight passed. 1, 2. Her phone went straight to voicemail. Around 2 a.m., I gave up and went to bed, staring at the empty side of the mattress. How wide a bed feels when the person you love isn't in it. She came home around 5 a.m., hair messy, eyes tired, not from work, but from guilt. She didn't sneak in quietly, dropping her purse. She sat on the edge of the bed and whispered, "I messed up, Dan." Those words hit harder than any confession could. She didn't cry. She didn't justify herself. She just admitted she'd been drinking, that Adrian offered to drive her home, and that things went too far. One night, one choice, that was all it took. I didn't yell. I didn't throw anything. I just stared at the woman I thought I knew and realized I'd been living beside a stranger for months. She said it didn't mean anything, that it was a mistake. But mistakes don't disappear just because you regret them. They linger in every word, every gesture after. For days, we drifted like ghosts under the same roof. She tried to make amends, cooking my favorite meals, leaving notes, apologizing endlessly, but nothing reached me. Every time I looked at her, all I saw was that hotel, that night, that name. Adrian, the man she chose for one night over a lifetime. I tried. I went to therapy with her, listened as she explained feeling unseen, lonely, but every sentence sounded like an excuse. Then one evening, while she showered, her phone lit up on the counter. A message from Adrian, just 3 words. "Can we talk?" I didn't open it. I didn't need to. The fact it was there said it all. That night, I packed a small bag, wallet, keys, laptop. I didn't even take off my wedding ring. It felt wrong to let it go before letting her go. As I walked out, she called after me, sobbing. I didn't turn back. The home we built together was no longer a home. It was a monument to everything we'd lost. I moved into a small 1-bedroom apartment across town. Bare walls, mismatched furniture, the faint scent of someone else's life lingering. It was quiet. Silence can be both punishment and peace. For weeks, I expected her to show up. Sometimes a knock would tighten my chest, only to find a landlord, a delivery, or nobody. She texted daily at first, long apologies, desperate pleas. I didn't reply. The messages grew shorter, then stopped. Grief doesn't arrive all at once. It comes in waves, some gentle, some violent. I missed her laugh, our jokes, the way she hummed while cooking. But missing her wasn't the same as wanting her back. Love and memory aren't the same. I was learning that the hard way. 3 months later, she appeared at my office unannounced, holding my favorite coffee as if nothing had changed. She looked thinner, tired, searching my eyes for something I no longer had. "Dan," she said softly, "I just wanted to talk." I didn't invite her in. One hand on the doorway, I said, "I don't know who you are anymore." Tears came then, not quiet, controlled tears, but the kind that shake your body with regret. "It meant nothing," she whispered again. I was stupid. I lost everything. In that moment, I believed her. She had lost everything, not just me, but the version of herself that could once meet my gaze without flinching. I felt no anger, just a quiet sadness, the kind that doesn't announce itself. After she left, my coworker Josh found me at the doorway. "You okay, man?" he asked. "Yeah," I said, closing a chapter. That night, I drove past her old house. The porch light burned the same way she used to leave it for me. Another car in the driveway, Adrian's. I didn't stop. I didn't need to. Whatever remained between them wasn't my concern. Months became a year. Life rebuilt itself quietly. I ran in the mornings, picked up guitar lessons, visited my parents more. Healing isn't dramatic. It's small, consistent acts of choosing yourself. Then, one afternoon, I got an email. Subject line, "I wanted you to know," from Emily. She wrote she left the firm, that things with Adrian ended badly. He'd been using her, just as he used everyone. "You were right about him," she admitted. I thought I was proving something that night. All I proved was how easily I could destroy the only person who truly saw me. I stared at the screen. That message would have once broken me open. Not anymore. I didn't reply. Some words are meant to be read, not answered. Forgiveness is a finish line. It's a quiet decision to stop carrying someone else's mistakes. I forgave her the day I stopped needing closure. One evening, I ran into her at a bookstore. She froze in the self-help aisle, holding a book on rebuilding trust. "Hey," I said. She smiled weakly. "You look good, Dan. So do you?" It wasn't true, but it was kind. For a moment, we just stood there, two people amid the ruins of what had once been a home. "I still think about that night," she whispered. "You can't take it back," I said gently. "But I can live with it," she nodded, eyes glistening. "I do every day," she said and walked away. I watched her leave, not angry, not longing, just calm acceptance. That was the real ending. Not the night she betrayed me, not the day I left, but the moment I realized I was finally free of the story. Love doesn't always end in hate. Sometimes it ends with peace. Losing someone isn't always punishment. It can be protection. As I left the store, I passed a couple holding hands, laughing over something only they understood. A familiar ache flickered for a second, then faded, replaced by something steadier. Not all endings are tragic. Some are quiet reminders that you survived what was meant to break you, and that's enough.